welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So it's Shabby Saturday and we're on Shabby Saturday 23 today. And I'm going to be making some little toppers, some really shabby looking toppers for journals. Now this is just beautiful, and when I put it on, I've just put it on a bit of card. I'll show you how I make that in a minute. Actually, it's a bit of recycled Amazon packaging, but I'm just loving these. Isn't that just beautiful? Lots of lovely yummies on here, lots of little flowers, bits of bling, bits of pearls on there, little flat back pearls. I've got some little corners on here, it's a little bow and a little bit of bling, and then I'm using some of my these are the vintage portrait paintings on there, but just beautiful, loving it. And then I've done this one in the shape of a tag, but this is still going to go on the front of a journal, and this was my vintage portraits, I think. I'll link the videos down underneath, the videos, the digital kits I mean. But if you can see, I've got lots of yummies on there, a couple of layers of lace. Oh look, I've still got bits of glue gun hanging off there. Little flowers, little bits of pearl. I just think they're beautiful. So I'm going to be making one of these today. But the first thing I wanted to show you, I'm just going to pop those to the side on this side. I've got some pictures here which I'm going to pick. And this is what they're like before I put anything on them, which is great. And all it is a piece of Amazon packaging. But what I've done, I've got some packaging here because this is quite sturdy. This is really sturdy, and when you get Amazon packaging, because it sort of like goes one way, it gets really sort of like bendy. So I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to cut this down like that. So just get any sort of packaging if it's got like ridges in it. Do you know what I mean? This is just to show you what I did. So cut them down. So these are going across. So what you want to do with this one is go the other direction. So these ones go down. So when you stick them together, they're going to be so much sturdier. Because if you stick them together like that, they're going to just bend. But if you stick them down, all as I did, I got some glue. I just got some tacky glue. Pop that down. I'm not going to do all of it because some of it's sort of double layered on here, I think, and I don't really want that. So I stuck it on there like that. Stuck that down. And then I just got my scissors and then I've just cut them to size. Look, this is double layered on there, so I'm going to cut that right down here. Do you mean? So then that is not going to bend at all. It goes really hard. I did put mine under a book for a little while. And then this is really nice and dry. So I'm going to just show you. So I'm going to leave that one to dry because we can use that one as well. I'm going to show you what I did then. I got a piece of coffee stain paper. But again, you can just use anything. I use the coffee stain paper because it's underneath here. And I didn't want a colour, if you know what I mean. I wanted, if you saw it underneath, it wouldn't matter. So I'm just going to then, and then these can just be bases for anything. Do you know what I mean? If you have the urge to make a few of these, you can have them in your stash like this, and then when you want a topper or you want to do something, you've got it ready made on there. So you could have a little bit of mass making on these. So also I'm going to do, I'm going to fold these over. Now you can stick it if you want to, but I'm not going to stick that main bit down. I'm just going to do it nice and quick. Fold these sides up, pick it up, cut the corner. When you cut the corners, leave that little bit there. Just what I mean, don't cut right up to the edge. Just leave a little section. And then we're going to cut round there like that. Get rid of those. Take your glue and glue right up to that little corner bit. like that, and fold that over, and do the same with this side. I do the opposite sides first, like that, because you want to just push these little corners in a minute. Push that down. Let me get my little tool, and then just pop that in like that. Squish that down, and this side down. That's glue. As long as you put a nice bit of glue in there, and this is where you get your nice little corners. Get your glue, pop that down there, and this side. And then just fold that up. Nice and simple. Nice bit of recycling. Again, you can use any packaging, food packaging and stuff, just because the card is just a little bit thinner. I would probably do like 3 layers on it. But look at that. And then what I did, I sewed around the outside as well. And then I'm going to take a piece of book paper on the back, glue that down, pop this on like that, just so we're level in one side. Then I'm just going to cut this down. There we go. And then you've got your little nice little topper on there. And then I just went round. You don't have to sew on it, but I just went on my sewing machine and sewed around the edge. I'm not going to do that because you don't need to see me do that, which is like this. And then this will be the top where you stick everything. So it's really, really pretty simple. So I'm going to pop that to the side. So should we do the bigger one? Let's do the bigger one, and then let's just pick. Josh, I mean, these are just ones that I could use. That one, I do love this one though, so I might use that one, but any ones, you can use anything that you've got. Any sort of like portraity, you don't have to have it a portraity one. You can just have, you know, a flower on there or something, but I kind of like sort of like a focal point on mine. Now what I'm using, I have got my big, this is that little thing that I made to hang my laces and stuff on. So what I've done now, I've picked out all of my lovely sort of like bits of trim and on there, and then I've got some plain pieces down here. I've got some blingy bits, little lacy bits. I've got some little what they called, little ruffles on there, which I did. So I've got all sorts of little bits. So have a little rummage through all your stash and see what you've got. So I'm just going to pop that. Oh, and then I've got some blingy bits in these, just to add a little touch of something. So get all your little blingy bits out, or whatever you fancy putting on there. Let's pop that to the side. I've also got some of these little bits, and I've got this one, and I've got these little flowers. So I've got all sorts of little sort of like fluffy bits and pieces. I've got my glue gun because I'm going to do all my sticking with my glue gun. So it's all stuck down really, really quick and fun to do. So I'm going to pop this little lady to the side. I'm going to cover the back. Now, the way I covered the back was, on the other ones, I just lay down bits of lace on here. So let's see, what have I got? I've got a little bit of brown. I think I'm just going to stick with white on these. What else have I got? I've got this one, so another piece of that. Let's just pop that there. I've popped it all on that little stand just so it's sort of like out of the way, because I did have it on my desk and I couldn't find anything because it was all sort of like jumbled up. Now I'm sticking, you can sew it around again afterwards if you want to, but I'm not really bothered about that. I'm just going to sort of like stick them down. So I've got my glue gun. I'm going to just go along the bottom and along these edges, just like that. And then stick this on. So I'm not really sort of like looking for neatness. I'm just sticking. Where's my scissors gone? Oh, there they are. You know, we don't have to. Oh, it's got lots of little strands everywhere. So let's put this one on. Then I'll put this one on. Do you think this is going to be big enough for the top? Or do we need 2? Shall I put 2 layers of this on? If I come down just a little bit. Let's just go along here. Like this. So I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. We got beautiful weather. We actually managed to get out yesterday. We went out to dinner, which was lovely. We walked down to our restaurant that we go to. And we took Jessie. So Jessie was loving it because she loves to have her chicken. She likes to share. We have chicken sort of piri-piri, which is a very traditional Portuguese dish, which I absolutely love. And then before I actually put the piri-piri on, I cut some up for Jess so she can have a little treat of some chicken, which she adores. I'm sure she could make her way to the restaurant on her own. We go there so much. Well, we haven't been lately because she's been poorly, but she was good. She's doing really, really well at the moment. So let's hope. I do want to actually get to the beach and have a little for her to run on the beach, but it's about a 15-minute walk, and I don't know whether she'll actually do it, run on the beach and then come back. So I think I might have to sort of drive down, take her in the car, go for a walk and then come back. So we shall see. But look at that. See how lovely is that? Just layering it up. That's upside down, but it doesn't really matter because that's the bit you're going to stick down. Okay, so that's those little bits of lace. And then the next thing, I'm going to stick my little picture on top of there. Like that. And I'm going to glue gun this down as well. So I'm going to do it as simply as possible on here, but try and get it as pretty as possible. So let's just stick that down. I was tempted, guys, to do a fairy, but I've done lots of fairies this week. I just love them. But I must say they would look really, really nice. I don't know whether I've got any here. Have I got anything? Trust me, when the little fairies look so pretty on here. Oh, I just love them. So I might actually do a couple of those at some point as well. Okay, so that's the base. I've got some other little bits on here. Just little scruffy bits before we put anything else on. You can use up all your little scrappy bits of lace as well. So let's just, which way round does that go? I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to stick that down. Let's just stick this on here. I'm going to try not to think about it too much. And just sort of layer it up. A little bit of glue. Because this is good. If you've got a glue gun and you want to do this, I would use the glue gun because it's so much quicker to stick down. You know, it's a bit sort of instant, isn't it? I'm going to just stick that bit. Just wrinkle it up a little bit. Like that. So can you see? So we've got a few layers on there already. Pop that down. A little bit of this. Ooh, that fits there really well, doesn't it? Just I mean, I'm not going in there to have everything what's it called, symmetrical. Doesn't need to be. I did on these and I think they look beautiful, look really, really nice. But if you're using sort of like little extra bits that you've got, little scrappy bits, then this is quite a nice way of doing it. So let's just pop my glue gun wire is not, keeps getting caught. Let's just put this on there. Now if you wanted to sew this onto here, don't glue gun it. You can just use a little bit of glue or just sew as you go. Just I mean, you could just go onto your sewing machine and just sew that little bit on there and then add a next bit and then just sew it on. But I'm just going to be sticking on this one. Let's see, this is a little bundle of bits that I have got. It's no good. What's these little bits? Put these up here. Got some of this coming down. Let's see, let's chop this. I'm going to use my smaller scissors. It's a little bit easier. What do you think? A little bit of that over there. That would work, wouldn't it? Let's see, let's just put that on there. I'm not worried about this bit coming over the edge because I think it all sort of like adds to the shabbiness, doesn't it? Right, that's our little, we've got a little bit of ruffle here. What do you think? Let's just pop all of that back in there. What's that piece? Oh, that's quite nice. Okay, let's put that in there, and I'm going to get out some of my trim on here. Look, I've got a little bit of, this is quite old, this is off something, I'm not quite sure what this came off. Which end? What I mean, I put that on here as well, and I just think it looks really nice coming off the edge. So I might actually just pop that on there as well. I might just pull this up a little bit before it dries too much and stick that on. This needs, it's come undone there, so I'm just going to ruffle that up again, wrinkle it up. Let's turn that over, put that down. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So if you are a member, my YouTube member, one of the pink butterflies, I popped a video out yesterday, so I hope you've seen it. I'm going to carry on with that video and finish off what I was making. So do pop and have a look if you are a pink butterfly. And the Friday freebie, that went down well. That was lovely. It was really nice to cut back and do a Friday freebie. I didn't sort of like, wasn't too stressed about it, which was good. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely. I think that's the wrong colour. These have got the wrong colour little flowers on it. So let's have a look. That's gorgeous, I like that. That's good. I've got some of this, which is really pretty, which has got, whoops, little pearls on. Oh, that would look nice, won't it? Oh look, that's just gonna fit Perfect. So let's just trim round the little flowers. Pop that over the top. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. What else can we put on there? These ones are really grubby. I don't know why, but they are really dirty. Don't know where that's been. So I might actually try and dye those sort of a nice sort of shabby pink colour. So I'm going to pop that to the side. So I might do that afterwards. We shall see. So if that goes on, we've got that, which is very pretty, which I do like as well. And I do like that one. Got lots of lovely yummies on here. Oh, I've also got this one as well. That's nice, isn't it? Gosh, we could make this one very, very... Don't really want to cover up too much of this because that was quite nice on there, wasn't it? Got a little bit. I quite like that one on there. Oh, decisions. We've got purple. I don't think... No, I made it all tidy. Now I'm pulling it all off. Oh, I like that. See, look, this has got so many different things on it. Lots of lovely yummies, but I've got a little flower there, which I'm actually, I quite like that one. Let's hang those back over. Because we were going to put these on, weren't we? Got that one. Did that, which way round did that go? Was it this way? Something like that, wasn't it? And the end of this one, look, I've taken that off there. I think I took that off and popped it on here, look. They just come off really easy. So if you've got all this trim, don't forget you can just cut it all down and pull it apart. I did do a video on that actually, making some embellishments. I'm not worried about these being bulky because these are going to be on the outside of journals anyway, because they're like the little toppers. So I'm not worried about that. So yes, I think that will go there. Lovely. Which way round? Actually, it's not very central, is it? Can you see these come off really simply? So I will put that on and actually stick that so it does go in the middle. So that can go on there like that. Let's see if we need, do we need another bit of this at the top? What can we put at the top? We need something. Oh, this is nice. This is a plainer, isn't it? That's quite nice, isn't it? Ooh, decisions. Little fluffy bit. I don't like that one. We've got white with a big orange flower. We don't want orange flower if it's got pink in it, do we? But I do have some of that, but that's going to be too big. See, look, these just come off. They've just been sort of like glue gunned on. There we go. I'm going to just take that off. Nope, don't like that either. Let's redo this. One that side and one that side. I think that might look better. Let's try. Let's see what it looks like. Do we want this bit? Okay, I'm going to just cut these little flowery bits off here. Yes, Friday Freebies. Friday Freebie. It was lovely to do the Friday Freebie yesterday. Friday. So I did like a little little challenge. It's a very simple challenge, so please do go and have a look. I'll pop the link to the Friday freebie under the video, because it's a really lovely challenge, simple, and even if you didn't want to do the challenge, we still got Friday freebie there, so do pop and have a look on the Facebook group. What do you reckon? That's quite nice, isn't it? No, I don't like that, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick it back onto here so it doesn't get lost. Let's just stick you on there. There we go. Back to how it should be. Right. What does that look like? That looks quite nice. And then we need something in the middle, don't we? What can we put in the middle? Just one of these. Do you think this is going to be too much? I don't think so, do you? I don't think so at all. If you're going to do it, we might as well just make it as shabby and lacy as possible. Now, do we want the purple or just the flower? It's just, you see, it's not very level, are they? Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. I don't think I've got this colour flower. I've got orange. Do you know what I mean? I'm not worried about, I can add other things to this. I'm going to just take these off. Do you think that's overkill on flowers? I don't think so. I think that looks really nice. I do, without the purple. I think I might take the purple off and just put those on. We've got these little pearlies. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that's too purple for me, I think. Although I love purple. That's just a little, I'm not going to put these on now. I can put them on another one. Love that. Right, that's how it's going to go. So let's just take some glue. What should we do? Let's just do one bit at a time. That can go on there. That's nice and level. Oops. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Perfect, that's pretty straight, I think. Okay, I can add some little other bits and pieces to this as well. Little bits of bling, I think. That can go on there. Oops. Just go there. Hold that down. Oh. Which way round do you want to go? There we go. Hold you down. Lovely. Look at that. That looks really lovely, doesn't it? Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, glue gun fingers. Do you like those bits? I think I do like that. I shouldn't really go and try something else because I know what I'm like. Oh, but then, no, these are the wrong colours. Oh, I can put that on another one. I did like that though. I think we need a little bit of ribbon or a bit of lace along the top. What's this? Let's just pop a little bit of this on there, I think. It needs just a tiny bit up there, just to make it a little bit tidier. There we go. These I'm going to use to put on the front of my little sort of eclectic-y journals, I think, because I think they're beautiful. Love them. Look, this has got sort of like shiny blingy bits on, which are nice, which I'm going to add a few in around in a minute. I'm going to put this around this way because it's easier for me to see. Stick this on first. Like that, then this one. There we go. Oh, so pretty. Very pretty, look at those. I'm going to just stick this down so they don't sort of flap up too much. Really need to sort my glue gun out. It's getting caught. I've got another table beside me with my sewing machine on, and the cable sort of like in between, so it's sort of like getting caught. Must say, doing it with a glue gun is so much quicker. So much quicker. There we go. Stick that underneath bit down first. Oh look, we're missing a little blingy bit on here. But I do have some, so that's okay. We can add a little bit in there. Okay. That's lovely, isn't it? Can you see? Isn't that just gorgeous? Love it. Okay. Gluey fingers. And then this little bit, I'm going to just let this bit come off. Don't think so. You're not going to come off. So I'll just squash it down a little bit more. That's pretty well glued down, that one. Just stick you in the middle. Like that. Lovely. Right, before I forget, I'm just going to pop a little bit of one of those on. Where are they? What did I do with them? Oh, they're right at the bottom. Here we go. They are pretty much the same as I've got in this little bag, actually. Let's take some out. Take my little... I'm just going to tiny bit just on there. There we go. Actually, I think they probably are exactly the same ones. Look at that. That's so pretty, isn't it? So shall I add a few around here? What was I going to add first? What can I do? Oh, little gluey bits. Let's close that up. Let's open this up. Take a couple of these little pinky ones. I'm going to take 5 of those. And we will add one just there. Like that. Push that down. One on this side. That one. Get these little strands out of the way. Oh, this is just so pretty. what will they look like up here? Should we have a couple either side there? I think so. If I can turn them around. Lovely. One in there. This is where it helps to have long nails. Although you get covered in a glue gun. Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? I think we should have one either side. Like that, or maybe one down here. I think I might actually go in with one there. And just get one more to go onto the other side. There we go. Lovely. Right, I think now, do you think I've got some pearl here? Do you think this just needs to go down the side? Just to edge that. What do you think? I think just to finish that off, I think it just needs just a little bit down this edge. Again, like I said, if you didn't glue gun it, you could probably sew along here just to finish it off. All the way to the top. There we go. Let's take this. Snip that down. That's pretty level, isn't it? That looks really nice, I think. Okay, let's do this side. Look at all these little blingy bits everywhere. That. Oh, isn't that pretty? Chop that off. So that goes with the little pearls because we've got pearls on there as well. Glue gun, glue. There we are. Look at that. I think that looks so lovely, don't you? Oh, so pretty. That's going to look just beautiful on a journal cover. I'm going to add in just a couple of little bits of bling and a few little pearls just to finish that off. These little flat back pearls here, I think. Like so. And I'm going to do it with, what shall I do it with? I'm going to use this, which is the gem glue instead of my glue gun, because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to, this gets, you know, it needs to do this because it just clog up the top, and I have pushed it hard and it's just gone a big splat out. So if you've got this and you've blobbed it everywhere, you'll know what I mean. So we'll have a little pearl, little shiny one there, And then another little pearl, just to go around the outside. And the same there. Fab. These little, oh, wrong one. Silly Billy. These little flat back gems are from Temu. I know lots of people don't like Temu, but that's where they're from. But you can get them on Amazon as well. So if I remember, I will pop a link down for them. Do you think I should go all the way to the top? I think I might actually border that. Let's go these bits back. Look, I'm going to have to clean my desk because I've got a ton of glue all over my desk. I think I will. So we want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Little blingy bit. These are fab for just adding the little finishing touches, aren't they? Just a little bit of sparkle on there, can you see? Just edging it a little bit. Right, let me just pop these away quickly. Just put them in here because they do tend to fly everywhere, and then I get them all over my desk. Let's just pop these away quickly. So yes, please, if you make one of these, do pop it into the Facebook group. I would love to see them. What else was I going to do? I was going to use some of these actually, but I'm going to have to use glue gun for these, just so they stick down. So let's just see if I can take my tweezers. Just pop a couple of these in. Yes, I think I will. Just one either side. One there. And one in there. There we go. Little one there. Maybe I'll pop a couple in here, just either side there as well, I think. Come on, pick it up. There we go. Nightmare with tweezers. There we go. Pop that in there and one in here. These seem to be sort of top heavy, so they're quite difficult to sort of flip over. So when these catch the light, it sort of like really twinkles. I don't know whether you can see that, but I think they look really, really pretty. Get all these little gluey bits off. Whoops. Right guys, do you think that's it? Do you think I should leave it there? You got any other sort of blingy bits that I could just add randomly on here? But they do say less is more, but I'm going to just keep adding. Let me just cut a little bit of this off, so I'm not working with too much. See, these are got pretty little flowers on. I think that's too white, because this is quite creamy, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it. I think I will leave it like that. because I will fiddle with it otherwise. But look at that, isn't that just beautiful? I love it. So we have this one. I have this one which I did earlier. So I've got lots of sort of blingy bits in this one. Lots of little gems in there. And then I have this one. So this one is more, I was going to do it a bit not so symmetrical, but I think that looks really good like that, doesn't it? And I like these roses. I might see if I can get some roses like that. Not sure whether I had any, but I couldn't find any. This colour, because it's a real sort of shabby colour, isn't it? But loving them. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll pop underneath the video a link to these little ladies. And a few of the sort of like Amazon bits and pieces on there, because we do have Amazon Prime coming up, so it might be worth having a little peek to see if anything is in Prime, and just sort of like stock up. Last time I did it, there wasn't really much that I was in Prime, but I'm gonna just make a list. Maybe I'll pop a little list underneath the video to see the sort of like things that I like to sort of like stock up on. So do have a look. But thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Alright guys, bye bye.